Hey there, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever you're watching this from. And this is going to be a small talk on control and gratitude. Now, what I mean by control is that there are a lot of things in this life that are blatantly out of our control. I mean, let's face it, there's stuff that we don't necessarily want to go through. There are things that aren't really consequences of our own actions, decisions, or words that we say on a daily basis. It just happens to us, certain struggles, certain unfortunate circumstances and situations, heartaches and losses that we have to endure. And that's a given in life. It's very unexpected. It's it's a big old mystery that none of us can seem to get the answers to because it's so vast, it's so profound that we can't really understand it in terms of any aspect, in terms of cultural aspects and so on. And that is why, those are a few things that are out of our control, along with, of course, natural disasters and so on. But uh, keeping those things aside in terms of things that are normally out of our hands and what we can't control, let's try to focus on the things that we can control and that are within the palm of our hands, and those being our thoughts, our emotions, our decisions, and our reactions and actions to towards these situations or towards these certain struggles and unfortunate circumstances. Because that's at the end of the day, that's all we can do. That's what we can manage. That's what we can control. How we react, how we behave, how we process certain emotions, how we process certain thoughts, and how we provide them with an outlet, so to speak. And that in and of itself is extremely powerful because it can literally shift the perspective of your life and how you view things around you. You know, I've talked about growth a lot and learning from experiences and just becoming stronger and improving yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. And that correlates with controlling your behavior, your actions, your decisions, the words that you say to other people, the words that you say online, the words that you tell yourself, your actions and your decisions towards certain situations, certain choices that you have to make. It's all within your hands. Yes, there are influences. Yes, there are, you know, factors that you can consider and all that, but they don't normally make the final call. That's you. That's me. We are responsible for our own lives. Nobody else is responsible for us, right? When you get to a certain age, a certain extent, you make the call. You make the final call. Nobody does it for you. Not your friends, not your family, not your parents. Nobody. And that's really empowering in and of itself because it, in a sense, I feel like most of us go through tough times and we get into our own heads a lot. I know I do. Speaking from personal experience, I can only once again speak for myself because I can't really tell what anyone is going through, nor the gravity of the situation that they're going through or the emotions that they're processing at the same time. But in terms of my personal experience, I found that whenever I feel like I'm struggling, whenever I feel like I'm in a tough situation or I'm in a pickle, I normally, yes, I do freak out. Yes, I get overwhelmed. Yes, I panic. I collapse. I completely crash out, as they say. And it's really overwhelming. Yeah, it's really degrading as well. But at the same time, I get to a point in time where I calm down a bit. I take a breather. Sometimes I can go for a walk. I write. I do whatever to clear my head. And then I come back and I be like, you know what? I can control what I can do, and that's the best that I can do. I can control how I feel, I can control how I act, how I speak, and how I behave. That's all I can do really, and the choices that I make. So I know it's very helpless and all that, which is why I believe that we have certain practices such as meditation and prayer to help us get through these tough times where we don't really have the answers to everything, so that at least, it builds a sense of trust within ourselves, or trust and belief within ourselves that we can do the best that we can, and that's all that matters. And whatever happens afterwards, the higher power or the universe or God, whatever you believe in, will take care of it. That's really empowering as well, because we know that we have a greater power on our side that can help us out through these situations. Or sometimes, as they say from my experience from other people in terms of prayer, is that some other people can be your answered prayer. So it gives the universe or God or whatever, again, would give the opportunity for a person to make that decision to help with that certain situation. In and of itself, solving the problem one step at a time, one person at a time, and one day at a time. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too in deep with religion and all that, but rather focus on, you as an individual and me, because at the end of the day, once again, you can control how you react, you can control how your emotions are processed, you can control how you process certain thoughts, certain ideas that come to your head, and you honestly make the final call in terms of your choices. Once again, I'm like a broken record repeating it all over again, but it's true, you know. And what I can say is that, speaking from personal experience as well, it's up to us to make better choices, even when dealt with difficult situations and, hard times and so on, because at the end of the day, that's all we can do. And I believe that as long as you have full control over your mindset, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your decisions, and you know what to do best and you know what is right, and you follow through with that, then that's all that matters. Whatever happens afterwards, you're going to have to deal with it. Of course, actions and decisions have consequences, and sometimes we cannot dismiss the fact that we do make mistakes. I make mistakes, I make bad decisions. I mean, I made a talk on mistakes just a while ago, or a few days ago, and I've admitted that I made a couple of horrible decisions that led me to face a ton of consequences that led me through heartaches and regrets. But it's a growing experience. The next time I go through that same situation or I'm faced with the same decisions, I know what to do better. I know how to make things right. I know how to improve on that. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. It's easier said than done. I can understand that. I've been going through that phase of having trouble accepting that, but that is the fact. We can control ourselves. And so long as you're taking the effort to make better decisions, so long as you're taking the effort to grow from certain experiences and certain circumstances, and allowing yourself to heal and recover from that, and acknowledging the fact that you're hurt and all that, and that you need help and that you're healing and seeking it out, reaching out for it, that's all that matters. And in terms of, when things fall apart or we did everything that we can and the best that we could, but it still didn't work out, that's where gratitude comes into play. When things don't work out, sometimes you have to be grateful for the things that you still have that will keep you going, because at the end of the day, nothing is, or a few things in life, or not everything will go our way. I know it hasn't been the case for me, or it has been the case for me rather. Sorry for that misinterpretation or mistake there. But yeah, it has been the case for me where things never seem to work out the way I wanted to. But at the end of the day, I know that I did my best, and I'm grateful for being alive, certain things, having a roof over my head, the little things. Still being able to live another day, to wake up the next morning, tomorrow, and try again. That'll keep us going. Just being grateful for how far we've come, and taking control of our own decisions, emotions, thoughts, actions, and dealing with the consequences, and trusting ourselves to overcome the consequences of these bad decisions and grow from it to make better ones in the future, ultimately leading us to grow and become better people. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. As long as you become a better person out of it and you grow from it, and you become wiser, more stronger, more empathetic, compassionate, and so on, kinder to other people, kinder to yourself, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So yeah, that's all for the talk, guys. Hope you took something away from this, and yeah, take care of yourself. Thanks for watching.